Lesbian fiasco.
Lesbian fiasco.
Lesbian fiasco.
Lesbian fiasco.
Lesbian fiasco.
Lesbian fiasco.
I'm Nikki.
And I'm Monte.
And this is the Lesbian Fiasco.
Lesbian fiasco.
Perfect, because this is the Lesbian Fiasco.
Yeah. I don't even really know what this is. It's a fiasco is what it is.
This is a bi-weekly podcast where Nikki and Monte read. This is the Lesbian Fiasco Rumspringa. In this episode, we take a break from our regular series.
That's right. Listen along with 2 stories from beginning to end. Each story is longer, unrehearsed, and unedited.
Let's party.
No horses were hurt in the making of this intro.
The battle. Welcome, queers, to the 10th annual lesbian poetry competition. Our competitors are competing for a chance to win a 3-night, 4-day stay in the famous home of the Greek poet Sappho's, the island of Lesbos, where lesbians and women aren't just welcome, they are embraced. Contestants, listen up. Here's how it goes. I'm calling you to the stage by experience. Newcomers first, saving the OGs for last. When you hear your name called, make your way up here quickly. Audience, it's your turn to listen up. When the contestants make it to the stage, we need silence. You may cheer them on during their tramp up, but once they are center stage, you will quiet down so everyone can hear them clearly and precisely. At the end of the show are 3 lovely judges who are DJ Humorous Zone, Dr. Rymenstein, and of course, award-winning poet Bakasha Chabada will tally up their scores at the end and pick a winner. All right, without further ado, let's get started. First to the stage to break you in, the Ryman Hyman.
In the middle of the night, you call my name. I make you ooh and ah. Oh, shucks. Less than a minute, you just came. Don't matter. We go all night. I got round 2. And like the graduate said, cuckoo ka-choo. But you ain't no Miss Robinson. You more like Pretty Woman by that one guy, Roy Orbison. I see you arching that back. Now I'm so turned on, you might give me a heart attack. Don't look at me standing up here thinking these rhymes are whack. I'm blowing your mind like $1 million stack. About 50 of you out there know firsthand when I give your body a go, girl, those juices flow.
Wow! Give it up for the Ryman Hyman. Hey, come on now, no booing. Let's keep it classy. We were all first timers once. Good job, good job. Next to the stage, give it up for the Miracle Worder.
I remember a time not that long ago. I used to run down to the creek where the rapids flow. The bees would buzz around, mistaking us for flowers. We played without a care, even in the drizzle and showers. The world seemed bright back then. In the winter, the snow tasted like sugar every now and again. At least that's how I remember it. Sometimes I still get a whiff of playing in the quarry pit, a smell that brings me right back to those days of the past. I haven't revisited. Life just goes so fast. I've heard the creek has since dried up. I want to remember it how it was when I was in the all-girls club. The sign said, "No boys allowed." We were always so incredibly proud. With no care in the world, eat this mud pie with a stick, the dirt swirled. Now here we are, all grown up, overrated. So I fill this cup. I drink the days away now, always a glass in hand. Sometimes I even forget how to stand. I walk this world in a haze, reminiscing the days of glory, with sadness and existential worry. Some days I wonder why I even try. Then I remember it's okay to stay in bed and cry, to mourn the days of our past with our future eyes. Stop and remember it's better than the alternative, our demise. Thank you, everyone. Please remember to love and be kind to yourself.
The miracle worder, everyone. Thank you. I want to go back to those days too. Pass the tissues. Is there a dry eye in the house? Well, those eyes will be undoubtedly dry when our next contestant gets to the stage. Always a hoot and hollering good time, all the way from Austin, Texas. Let's give a round of applause to the Texas Menace.
Hey, y'all. I miss this place. Glad to be back. Hope you like it. Well, yeehaw! I said as she swung her leg right over my head. Pointing between her thighs, she said, "Kiss me here, and the neighbors are gonna hear my cries." Little lady, she doesn't have to beg. She's a Southern belle. I will gladly play in the fires of her burning hell. What have I got myself into? She's a married woman. I've done it again. Why am I so goddamn stubborn? Her husband makes rules and policies, a Texas govern. Hasn't made her come since the first person in Texas carried a gun. Not picking up what I'm putting down? She'd never had an orgasm, not if he was in town. All these bigot men in these southern cities don't know about me sucking on their wives' titties. Don't tell me I'm crude. You're just a whiny dude, a little man with a little man attitude. Go on your trips, take your paid mistresses on yachts. Your wife is using your credit card to buy me silicone cocks. I turn your picture beside the bed toward me when your wife is giving me head. Something about you not knowing is getting me going. You're just an out-of-shape old louse. I'm a stranger in your house. I sneak in and out. I'm quiet as a mouse. You bigot men, you vote against me again. I consider it an attack. So I put a target on your back. Now I'm coming for your wife. I promise. You'll never know she's leading another life. Calm down now. Shh. Don't go getting your torch lit. I'll keep her safe and warm. It'll be my little secret. I won't go to the media. I'm so discreet. No use in getting angry when she's screaming my name. She tastes so good and sweet. Keep trying to take my equality away, and we'll keep laughing behind your back every day. She's married to you, but she's mine. Yes, she's mine. You asked for this. See, I got nothing to lose. Not when you're trying to make my love a crime. Thanks, y'all. Love you.
Okay, the crowd is losing their minds. The Texas Menace, I'm taking notes. Always a pleasure. All right. Next up, let's give it up for this one as she makes her way to the stage, welcoming back one of the OGs from a 4-year hiatus. Let's hear it for Bye Bye Baby.
I live in the Great Plains. Oh, but the old men here, they give me great pains. They're coming for our rights, even after all the winning fights. They say history repeats itself. Well, I'm scared of that and all the rest. But maybe it's for the best. When founding fathers wore makeup, wigs, and heels, every time I think of it, well, it gets me right in the feels. They're obsessed with our clothes and worried about my mental stability. They must be. They keep telling me to smile as if I haven't the ability. Maybe it's because I'm just a girl equipped with tits and ass. Oh, I'm going to be sick. All they do is think with their dick. But women can't run the country. What about their moods during menstruation? Wars have only been started by men from their toddler-like frustration. Better yet, an ego trip. Reject a man and watch him flip. He goes from, baby, you're so sexy, let me take you home and show you what I got, to, you're a whore, I wouldn't go near a woman like you, nothing but an ugly thought. There's a great big divide, and I'm no mathematician, but I can recognize a common denominator when I see them. Men, the biggest threat to your mom, aunt, sister, daughter. Watch out and heed this warning. They only think of us like cattle to slaughter.
Phew! I felt that one. Can someone bring me a drink or shot? That deserves a cheers. I'm loving the strength and power in this room tonight. I have a sinking suspicion we're about to take it all down a notch. Welcome to the stage, a three-time champ. She speaks to broken hearts and romantics alike. She goes a step above. Let's hear it for a step of love.
Hi, everyone. This one is called Broken Bricks. There once was a girl, born with a heart of glass. As she grew, she learned from her past. The lessons were hard and the lessons were vast. Brick and mortar was the way she'd last. So she built a tower around her heart, never letting anyone else in. Her world would never fall apart. A victim to love, never again. It would cost her life, surely, in the end. All her life from childhood, independent and alone she stood, feeling deeper than the depths of the deepest ocean. She created a long-lasting and bleakish potion. It consisted of solitude and a damn right angry attitude. Every day, up against the world, she created a war, and from it, hate hurled. Eventually realizing it was herself she was slowly killing. She got goosebumps. The epiphany was chilling. The years wasted. She couldn't copy, delete, and paste it. Not in AI. She was in need of love in full supply. A life can't be sustained when love cannot be obtained. She threw it all in reverse, an attempt to throw herself in head first. A full immerse to reimburse the loss of a self-curse. So she let in a bulldozer. They took those bricks down with one pullover. All those years of security and labor, someone came in and called her their favorite flavor. Her wall crumbled to the ground. She was no longer lost. She'd be found. I'd like to say it was a happily ever after, but soon stopped all of the laughter. It was just the end of a chapter. Love leapt in and out of her life. But she never, never, never returned to strife. Then one day she met the love of her life. She didn't know upon the greeting. Her heart would go on solely beating for this woman who would soon be her wife. Had she kept her heart in a fortress, her home would have been filled with empty portraits. I offer you this piece of advice. Lead with love or you'll pay a lonely price. For our hearts are not made of glass, but a pliable steel. We can mend and mold them. We are strong and we can heal. So open your heart to a new opportunity. If you do, I promise you'll find a magnificent unity.
Amazing as always. Thank you for that reminder. I always lead with my heart, unless I'm leading with my libido, which brings us to the hottie up next. Get her latest book, Anticipation, a book dedicated to the world of edging. Woo! Is it getting horny in here or is it just me? Welcome to the stage, winner of last year's contest, Miss Wisdom.
Good evening. This one is from my book, Elevated. It is called The Dream. I noticed a gold chain around your neck. I've never wanted to be an inanimate object before that day. Gold has never been so lucky to drape a collarbone. It sparkled in the sunlight, but didn't compare to your shine. You stood there, looking out of the window, the bright sunlight shining in on your face, like a painting, delicately presented with soft hues of light makeup that bring out your natural beauty. I swore to myself, if I had the chance to touch you, I'd cherish it for each reincarnated life to come. My chest ached with anxiousness and my thighs ached with pure desire. I tried to convince myself you can't be human, an alien life form maybe, too perfect to be human, too human to be perfect. I yearn for a deep, intimate connection that spirals out of control. Your eyes make me feel childlike, as if I want to go run and hide, then be surprisingly found by you. I want to touch my mouth subtly against your abdomen, watching the tiny hairs all over your body rise to attention with the goosebumps that spread like waves. I want to fall victim to the intoxication of your warm embrace. You finally look over at me. One side of your mouth raises to give a slight grin. An eyebrow raises and you bite your bottom lip. The chemistry between us is electrifying. The anticipation makes me feel weak in the knees and lightheaded. Making unbroken, fierce eye contact, I walk to you. My legs feel heavier with each step. I watch your eyes dart around the room and back to me. Up and down my body, I watch your gaze measure me up. You stand up straight and pull your shoulders back. I'm so close to you now. The air between us feels thick with magnetism. I'm intoxicated by the smell of your skin permeating all around you. I lean in to take a deep breath. If I could bottle your scent, I'm sure to be overnight success. As I lean in, I hear you take a gasp, startled but your body pleading for more. I take a step, my leg now between yours. I whisper in your ear,
Wake up.
Oh, always leaving us wanting more. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you for that one, Miss Wisdom. Oh, okay, I have just been informed that unfortunately Miss Wisdom has been disqualified for using an already published poem. Sorry about that.
What? That is ridiculous. Where did it say such a thing?
It's rule number 3. Contestants may not use any materials published prior to the contest. Miss Wisdom, you are amazing and we appreciate you, but those are the rules.
Fine, I don't care. I can afford to take myself on this trip much longer than 3 nights.
Boo, boo, boo. Crowd, settle down, settle down. Now. As I stated earlier, no booing. Let's keep it classy. All right, let's get on with it. Judges, have you tallied up your votes? Do we have a winner? They have. Fakasha Chabada, will you do the honors?
I sure will. It was very close. The winner is A Step of Love with Broken Bricks. Congratulations.
Finn.
Whoa. Dude, whoa. All that fucking poetry.
So much poetry.
Fuck yes. This story is called Where in the World? Sid decided to push herself and knock traveling alone to Italy off of her bucket list. She had been dreaming about this for years. She finally put together the funds and started traveling across Italy with all of her belongings in a backpack for 3 weeks. Today, she toured the Sistine Chapel at the Vatican, leaving her backpack behind at the hotel. Just reeling off the high of ancient art, she stops in the middle of a beautiful square outside the Vatican for a bite to eat at an outdoor cafe and breaks out her sketchbook.
This spot is perfect. I could be here all day.
She watched the pigeons and people walking from one place to another in the square. People speaking in Italian everywhere, except for the tourist. She hears so many languages. A melange of smells fill the air. After her recent breakup, she was starting to feel like she was mending here. The trip is such a beautiful breath of fresh air for Sid. She takes the last bite of pasta and pushes the plate aside.
All right, Sid. Time to immortalize this moment.
She visually scans the square and finds a little corner meters away and picks it as her focus to draw. There are some old shops in that corner and a little child on a stoop playing with a puppy beside an open door of a presumably family-owned cobbler. She puts on her AirPods and picks Edith Piaf to feel the vibe. She begins drawing. 30 minutes or so pass and the blank page is close to being full. Some strangers pass by and look over her shoulder, but she is in the zone and doesn't notice them. The little kid and the puppy are still playing. Her eyes dart up and down from the corner to the page in full flow. She looks up again and sees a vision in red appear suddenly in the corner. She squints her eyes a bit to focus on this person, this woman in a red trench coat.
My God, she's beautiful. These Italian women are killing me.
The woman in the red trench coat is in a shadow, but you can tell the coat is a chic, vibrant red. She is wearing red heels and a red hat whose brim swoops over in such a way to make the woman alluring and mysterious to Sid.
I wonder what she's looking at.
Sid traces the path of the beautiful woman's gaze to be across the square, up some levels of a beautiful Roman building. The woman looks at her watch, then looks back at the building. Just then, the cathedral bells start to toll. Sid looks at her phone, and it is 5 in the afternoon. On the last toll, the woman in red smirks and turns 180 to the tiny alley behind her and darts out of view. The wind catches the woman's marigold scarf and it falls to the ground.
Oh my God, why did she run off like that? I gotta go. I gotta return that scarf to her.
Sid packs up her sketchbook in a frenzy and puts some euros on the table. She darts off to the corner. She swipes the scarf from the ground and keeps running after her.
Hey, lady! Signorina! Lady in red! Your scarf!
She is so far ahead. The small streets curve left and right. Sid loses sight of her, and then her red vision appears in the distance.
How can she run in those shoes like that on these cobblestones? Stop running, please, your scarf.
Up ahead, Sid sees the lady takes a sharp right turn into a dark corridor. Sid is almost out of breath completely as she turns the corner and sees the woman waiting there. Sid almost collides with her.
Sorry, here, this is yours.
The woman looks in confusion at Sid, then lets down her guard as she sees the scarf. Oh, thank you. That is very kind of you.
Oh, great. You speak English. How are you not out of breath from running? You are a professional athlete or something, and heels.
Oh, well, no, I'm not, but thank you. I'm sorry. I thought you were chasing me for another reason.
Oh, can't trust people, eh? I get it. I almost had my wallet stolen in Venice by a pickpocket. Name's Sid.
Sid stabs the air with her open hand in the most typically American gesture. Pleasure to meet you, Sid. I'm in a hurry. Some police cars are whirling around near. The woman in red starts to look maybe a little worried, and Sid, stammering for some conversation, replies.
I don't even mind the sounds of the cop cars here. Everything is so foreign to me. Sorry, well, I don't want to keep you. Just wanted to deliver.
Come with me in my car. You're a tourist, so I'll give you a tour. Sid is caught off guard by the beautiful woman's invitation.
Well, as long as you don't mind, I'd love to. Wait, it's free, right?
Of course. My car is right around the corner. Follow me.
I wouldn't usually do this, but when in Rome.
How many times have you said that in Italy?
Many.
They round the corner to a sleek red Ferrari. The lady taps her watch and the butterfly doors open by themselves. Sid thinks to herself,
Oh my God, she's a hot rich lady. Be cool. Sid, be cool.
Sid dives into the driver's side accidentally. Mind if I drive?
Whoops. Sorry, I forgot. Wrong side.
Sid corrects and heads around the front of the car to the passenger side, and the woman in red floats into the driver's side, removing her red fedora and throwing it like a frisbee behind them.
These seats are inches from the ground. It feels so weird to be so low.
The woman in red pulls down the visor and reapplies her bright red matte lipstick in the mirror. Her long, silky thigh peeps out from under her long coat. Sid gazes at the woman in red without her hat, and a rush of fantasies filled her head. Close your mouth, darling.
Oh, my manners. I'm sorry, what? This is all new. I've never been in a Ferrari before, and I've never seen someone so fashionable or that matched their car so well.
Can you guess what my favorite color is?
I'm gonna go with green.
Exactly. Let's go. The engine ignites and it purrs like a tiger as it is revved. This will be different from your other tours. Sid buckles in.
I'm ready. By the way, what's your
Sid can't finish her sentence before the woman shifts and floors the pedals, throwing her back into her seat. The woman whips through the winding roads fast enough seemingly to float over the cobblestones. Sid's heart rises to her throat as she clenches onto the door and seatbelt.
Hey, Red, are we safe like this? This is dangerous. Maybe we should slow down.
Don't worry, Sid. I do this all the time. Sid scans the inside, then cautiously looks up to watch the road.
I never knew Ferraris had so many buttons like a plane cockpit.
Oh, this is custom made, of course. They don't all look like this.
You must be a professional driver.
I'm professional, all right. Rapidly crossing an intersection, two police cars coming from the left make a sharp turn and speed after the red Ferrari.
Red, I think these police might be coming after you. You're probably going to get a speeding ticket. You should pull over.
I don't think so. The lady in red shifts again and propels the car even faster. Sid is clenching onto the handles even tighter with white knuckles.
Wait! The cops were after you even before we got in the car, weren't they? Red, lady, whatever your name is, I'm just a tourist. Let me out.
No need to worry, Sid. They are after me only because I stole something that wasn't theirs in the first place.
I don't understand and I'm freaking out now.
No worries, Sid. This is just another day in the office. The Ferrari maneuvers through the traffic to cut through onto a large via, taking them out of the city. The police cars lose ground and slip back half a mile, their sirens becoming fainter.
I think you're losing them. Mind dropping me off somewhere? I don't want to be an accessory to some crime.
The crime is theirs, Sid. The woman reaches into her inner breast pocket and pulls out a small black bag, handing it to Sid. Care to look at history? Sid opens the black bag and pulls out an ancient necklace made of gold molded chain and a large blue diamond dangling from it. The diamond is not cut like a regular diamond. It is more natural and set in the gold. There are hieroglyphs in the gold. That belongs to a family deep in the upper Blue Nile in Ethiopia. Their bloodline is said to be directly from the pharaoh Namr of First Dynasty ancient Egypt that fled from Egypt, heading south up the Nile when peace was lost. The Romans stole the jewel thousands of years ago, and I am returning it now.
What are you, Indiana Jones? I'm sure you'll get in trouble for this.
There is power in the necklace. Its power has been misunderstood for years, and only the descendants of Namr will unlock it.
Why did you ask me to come?
I thought you were cute, and it was a nice gesture for returning my scarf like that. The speeding Ferrari makes a turn, and the Mediterranean comes into view. They have already made it to the coast. The lady in red pulls over to the side of the road to park for a moment, and the engine rests. I don't know why I brought you with me. I don't usually get to have a normal conversation with a normal person.
None of this is really normal for me. I don't know if I feel like what you're doing is right. I mean, you did steal this, even if you are delivering it to the rightful owners. I don't know. Who are you?
The lady in red stares at the steering wheel, then at the sea. Don't worry, Sid. I'll take you back now. I wanted to give you a tour you'll never forget. She starts pulling a U-turn.
Thank you. I'm at Hotel Il Cantico.
Got it. Oh, and we'll have to take a different route.
I don't want you to get caught. Maybe I should walk to a train.
No worries. We'll go underground.
Underground?
The lady in red speeds off after 5 minutes of traveling back to the city. She veers off the road onto a dirt path. Let's park here.
Where's here?
The woman taps her watch again, and a garage built into the hillside opens up. There is a motorcycle on a steel platform inside. Let's ride my bike instead.
No! What is this? Am I on some kind of Italian candid camera show?
Sid, you're in Rome. And when in Rome, remember? Hop on the back.
I can't believe this. I can't believe any of this, but okay.
Sid hops on the back of the motorcycle and wraps her arms around the woman's waist. Hold on. Just then, the door closes to the garage and they are still inside.
Why did you close that?
Just then, the floor starts lowering. I said we were going underground into the catacombs. I know the path. Trust me. I know it was wrong to take you with me. I'll get you back safe. The lift takes a minute to reach the bottom and they are in pitch blackness except for the light of the garage. All right, some of this has never been seen before except for a select few of the city. I promise as long as you hold on to me tight, I'll get you back in one piece and dry. If you fall over, you'll land in ancient sewage.
Gross. Okay.
The woman turns on the motorcycle and the headlight shines deep down a stone cave. She speeds off into the darkness.
I don't think I should look.
Why not, Sid? This is ancient Rome at its best. Unspoiled history. Sid opens her eyes and looks down the arched path they are traveling. She holds onto the woman's waist tighter.
You're right. It is quite beautiful in a creepy ancient way.
That's the spirit, Sid. This is Roma. After traveling for another 20 minutes, weaving through the tunnel, traveling alongside the water, the woman stops at an intersection of tunnels with a stone ladder going up. This is it, Sid. Climb the ladder, and it will lead you to an alley right beside your hotel. That was selfish of me to take you with me.
What are you going to do now?
I've got a plane to catch to the Nile. Don't worry, you won't get in trouble. And please, don't go to the authorities and tell on me. Sid mulls it over in her head.
Okay, I won't. You seem like you have a good heart. Thank you for getting me back safe.
Sid starts walking over to the ladder, then turns around back to the woman and reaches in her satchel and rips out the drawing she did from the square earlier.
Here, something to remember me by. I'm not a great artist, but it's a little token from a normal person.
Thank you, Sid. The lady kisses her on the cheek. Sid starts climbing the ancient stone ladder as the woman turns her bike around, about to speed away, when she says, "Hey, Sid." Sid looks down from above.
Yes?
The name's Carmen. Carmen Sandiego.